And we're live.
We're on.
We're on. Let's not have the last
in?
week's problem where you could find it. I made a little clip of that and put it on Instagram.
Yeah.
Got a couple chuckles.
Wonder how I can find it from our YouTube studio.
That's something that you should figure out before we go live. Hey, what do you say?
Hey, good
salute.
Afternoon.
Good afternoon. It is 1:57 on a Sunday.
East Coast
time. To all my West Coast players, it is what is it? 11? Is that the right math? 12, 1. Yeah.
Yep.
11:57. Maybe 10:57. 3 hours. Whatever. We'll figure it out.
Mm-hmm.
It's 3 hours before this time. However, good Sunday. Good sub Sunday. Haha. No rhyme or reason. No time planned. Just was like, hey, let's just go live real quick.
And let's do it
before we shoot this episode. So we're waiting on our guest.
Yep. We'll be interrupted at some point.
Yeah, to enter the studio. And we said, well, we mentioned in the last live stream, right, that we wanted to do like a
we want to
Sunday.
do it more often so that we can, bring some of you guys in, some of you guys that are watching on YouTube, maybe jumping in the live stream. We're gonna try to bring you on somewhere on the camera here. Maybe you can drop down like right here, put your video or your picture, and then you can kind of like a Zoom.
Yes.
Talk to Nick and Jay.
Bring you guys on. We'll try to do it on Sundays. However, we're going to go live today just to engage with you guys. Say what's up. Waiting for the comments. Pascal says, hi. Did you see that?
Oh, I see it.
He's there.
He
made it.
I still can't do it from the Donut Shop account for some reason, and I don't want to screw it up. So I go over to my account, and then I would try and watch it from my account.
So if you're just coming in and joining us, we are awaiting the arrival of our guest on the podcast. Once they arrive, we're going to go ahead and shut down the live stream. But we wanted to say hello to you guys before we started the podcast. We appreciate you watching, as always. If you want to see what's going on in between the episodes, you can find us on the Grams.
Donut Shop Pod. At Donut Shop Pod on Instagram.
There's our Instagram. Are we going to start a TikToks?
I'm still trying to learn TikTok. I have 2 videos posted on my TikTok, and they're old style TikTok. Old style, but they're they've been going on forever. The 1, 2, 3 racing video,
and then the Running Man is the other one he did.
Oh no,
the Running Man challenge.
The Christian guy chasing after my dog.
I know, but it was just you like got some old.
Yeah. Oh, exactly. Basically, the Running Man. Don't run from the Lord.
That was a good one.
Those ones, it's just stupid and easy. So TikTok early on, stupid and easy.
Yes.
Now TikTok is more difficult. Not more difficult, but takes more to get more.
People wonder like why do our kids have 0 attention span? Have you seen the cuts in TikTok?
Yeah.
It's like 3-second video, 25 cuts. I have like a seizure by the time I'm done seeing it. I'm like, I gotta stop looking at this. This is really messing up my brain. And then like I would get anxious now.
And then all you got to do is to get something new is go like that and just flick it up.
I get anxious now when people have conversations with me. I'm gonna get to the point. Get to the point. Where's your cuts at, man? This is way too long to get to the end of this thing. I want to insert some cuts.
You want to watch it later and just go click, 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 click.
Yeah, so it's messing up people's attention spans. Just like when Vine, remember when Vine was big?
Oh, I love Vine.
Vine was like 6-second videos, and it really messed up everyone's attention span. I'm hoping the pendulum goes TikToks, and even TikToks now you can do 3-minute TikToks.
Oh my god!
So they expanded it a little bit.
Yeah.
They're smart. The TikToks is smart, and TikToks is TikTok, by the way. They're smart. They came into with these giants in the social media world. They have Facebook, YouTube, they have Instagram. That these well-established giants, and they're like, well, we need to beat these giants. We can't do everything that they're doing. We can't just start from where they're at. Let's do what they did when we started, because everyone kind of like when gas prices raises and the guy across the street says they're now selling gas for $3 and he's at $2.50. He was like, well, I'm going to bring mine up to $3.89. I'm sorry, $2.89.
Just below.
Yeah, just below it to get that. So Facebook was like, okay, we're gonna charge for people to see your content. You have to pay us for people to see your content. So, Instagram owned by Facebook. They started doing the same thing. YouTube. So all these platforms are kind of like, we're not going to let people see your content unless you pay us. TikTok comes into games like, no problem. We're going to show it to everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah. Here, you got how many followers? 3? No worries. We're going to show it to 3,000 people.
Yeah.
People are like, dopamine. When you get views.
Yeah, because you think, you see, I have 250 likes in 10 minutes.
Exactly.
Wow.
You get some big time views on videos.
Mm-hmm.
So your dopamine levels are getting spiked. Boom, boom, boom. Then what happens is like, you're like, I'm going back to Facebook or go back to Instagram, and you get like 3 likes, 4 likes. So you're like, I'm done with this. I don't want to be on this. So they go to TikToks. So everyone's going over to TikToks. Now Instagram's like, hey, well, where are you guys going? Where are you guys going? Yeah, we need you back. Here's Reels. Reels is like, they loosened up the algorithm. So like, I got one video in Reels, 4 million views. Matter of fact, I was wearing this shirt, this magical
with the
shirt.
Fish. Oh, look at that fish on there.
Colombia.
Yeah.
Colombia, I got you 4 million views.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dads around the world are like, I gotta have it.
So what about YouTube's got the community tab, like where you can kind of do posts, kind of like Instagram or whatever?
Yeah, I think YouTube is basically, they're like, we're good, like we're successful. Nobody's on our level. Facebook tried to make searchable videos, like long format, like we post this podcast and then we put in the description, talking about police. Then people go to Facebook and they'll search in the search tab police videos, and ours will pop up. They don't have a big search engine. Their search engine sucks. YouTube is Google and YouTube. Google owns YouTube.
So YouTube's
so their search engine
is super.
They're the number 2 search engine in the world behind Google, and Google owns YouTube.
Just think, you have a question, you go to Google.
Yeah.
You need to learn how to do something, you go to YouTube.
Yeah.
Or
you type it in Google and then YouTube videos pop up.
And it's the top ribbon below, or you either hit the tab that says videos, or you just look, like it'll give you your first couple answers and then it'll just go, here's a bunch of videos about this.
Yeah, and they're tabbed now. That's the new thing. So you got so YouTube's like, I guess we'll try to do this other social media stuff like community tabs. But we're really good at what we do here, and nobody's on our level. Like Vimeo tried to come up, and they were like, no, negative. But now Vimeo, you can do like higher quality resolution videos. So if you're a wedding videographer, if somebody's into commercials, you'll post your stuff to Vimeo because it doesn't compress the video as much. You get a cleaner image on Vimeo.
And Vimeo had a thing where like your account, you could only upload like 5 gigs worth of video for a while. Is that gone away?
I'm not sure.
Not sure.
I'm a YouTuber. I do stuff on YouTube.
Do you really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you wouldn't know, but I am gripping and ripping.
Yeah.
Been editing nonstop.
Yeah.
At work and here.
Yeah.
So it's been nonstop. Holidays are upon us, and it kind of slows down everything because you got to take a break, go to this holiday party, take a break, make this holiday post, take a break, do this. So it kind of messes up the rhythm, as I say. Pascal says, how are you guys?
We're good, Pascal. What's up?
I'm good. I'm good, Pascal. I was up till 1 o'clock in the morning, and in 39-year-old talk, that's like pulling an all-nighter.
Yeah, that's a 6 a.m. sun's coming up.
Yeah.
For everybody, for back in the day.
I had a wedding.
Yeah.
I had a wedding, and we'll talk about that with our next guest, which, by the way.
Yeah, well, it's going to mess it up because I'm going to ride bikes tonight. I put Christmas lights on my bike.
Yeah.
I'm going to go look at Christmas lights. So
you put Christmas lights on your bike?
Yeah, I did. Well, LEDs, and then I'm running them through a battery.
Not through the battery of your bike.
Correct.
Okay.
Not through my bike, but it'll just go like in a little bag. And so it'll be all lit up and stuff. We're going to ride through Palm Beach and check out Christmas lights.
If you guys don't know, in the last live, we spoke about Justin's new electric
bicycle.
Like
pedal assist, or just full throttle.
Yeah.
Off you go. So we're going to ride with a bunch of people tonight. Christmas lights, a little holiday, almost like a parade. But
critical mass?
Kind of.
AKA just going up to another county where to mess with those people.
Where hopefully
where if they were in our jurisdiction, man, come on, man, get on this, get out of the way, man.
Yeah.
But going to take over intersections to do donuts on your bike.
Yeah. With my electric skid out or whatever. So I'm doing that. So I'm not going to be able to edit today's episode. So it might come out in a week or two.
Oh yeah, that's so
New Year's.
So this is what's going on with us. Justin was like, "Hey man, let's do these videos. I can't wait to get these podcasts started." I said, "Dope! I'm gonna get all these guests." And then I got all the guests. He's like, "Oh, by the way, I'm going on vacation for 2 weeks or 3 weeks. I'll be back in 2022 though.
I'll be
It'll be fun.
2022, and then we'll be able to start throwing all these episodes up.
Yeah. So right now we're compiling, but in the meantime, decided, hey, let's go live and do our Sub Sunday thing and maybe give away a hat. What?
Oh, hats!
What?
Like the one you're wearing on your head?
Police cars not even out anywhere hat? Yeah. What? Exclusive hat? What?
Gonna come on a website soon, but not yet.
Not yet.
So the only way to get it is through here, maybe on your channel.
Looks like we're gonna have Pascal is gonna win himself a hat.
Get himself a hat.
He's commenting and he's engaged.
Nobody else has chatted in, and if anybody else wants to chat in, we're gonna tell you in a couple how to win a hat. So
win this hat, not this one, but a hat that looks exactly like this.
Yeah, not the one with Nick's sweat.
Yeah,
or
that might. Hey man, that might bump up the stock on it.
I don't know though, but if you have any hairs that have grown in off that shaved head, somebody might be able to take it.
I was actually going to reveal the head in the next podcast.
Reproduce reproduce your DNA, and make another Nick, which could be a problem.
Would that be a problem?
It would be a problem if, similar to a movie I was just watching, I think Santa Claus 2, where they made that robot version. So it'd be like a Nick, but like a bad Nick.
So think about this.
You know,
they will be in my DNA, but they won't have my experiences.
Correct.
The knowledge the knowledge that I have gained. So, I mean, they'll be dangerous.
They're
great looking.
Yeah,
great looking,
unbelievably good looking.
But will they have the knowledge? Contestant number 2 has entered the chat. Marco Kopravica. Bring Chris Galls back on, or someone from the K9 unit, or CST.
What's CST?
Or I will come over there and, man, a lot of demands, and I will have your heads. Damn, Chris. Just kidding.
What's
Chris Estrada,
CST?
Crime Suppression Team.
Oh.
Which is like street level narcotics, jump out kind of guys.
Fun.
Chris Estrada also says, where are the vlogs? The vlogs are coming. Hold on to your horses, Chris. That's right. I'm using that old school term. Hold your horses, because they're coming. Batten down the hatches.
Yeah.
We got a level 6.
So those are
storm of vlogs coming your way.
Those are what you're editing. Some of what you're editing right now.
Yes. The problem is I like to make movies. I want to do movies. So when I do these vlogs, I'm like, no, it has to be like good. No, it has to be like good. This has to be better. I don't like the way that looks. I mean, at this music, and it takes me longer than these other YouTubers that are just like
sound editing, where you're like crunching things in front of a microphone.
Yes, exactly.
And you bring in a bunch of pebbles, and a car drives by, and you go,
yes.
You go find a creaky door in the building, and
yep. Exactly. It's like you're here in the studio when I'm doing it.
Yeah.
So I'm too critical, and like which is good when you watch it. Like, man, that was good. But then at the end, you're like, well, when's the next one coming out? And I'm just like, oh,
and then in 15 minutes, it's over.
Yeah.
And it took you a week and a half to edit.
Yes. But it's worth it. It's worth it. I mean, I don't know. I got to figure out a little rhyme and reason. I have like, a mini series.
Yeah.
So you got big videos that are going to take a while, and then these shorter videos that hopefully I'll get to. Don't quote me on this, or don't go to the bank with this, but I'm hoping to get out like 2 videos every week. What?
Setting the bar high, fella.
Yeah, but if you do like a 6-minute gear review, all right, and then that's a separate video, and then you do like your big banger, whether it be
so this is you're talking Nick Off Duty channel.
Nick Off Duty channel. Yeah. I'm not talking about the other channel that I have.
That other channel that some of them are asking questions about.
Yeah. No, they're just talking about vlogs in general.
Right.
Rambo from CHP. Rambo's coming down.
Coming down here?
It's coming.
Coming over to the studio?
He's coming in December. By golly, it's December.
It's December.
I gotta call Rambo. He said I'm coming down. Rambo's coming down. Rambo, let's go. Ramberto Salcido. That is a salsa name.
If he's here sometime in the next 7 days, I might be available to do a podcast if he wants to. But otherwise, he's gonna have to do the Zoom.
Oh, true that. But that's okay. We're gonna have the Zoom feature for guys like Rambo across the way,
Yeah.
across the land on the other side.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And the Pacific.
Yeah.
I hate saying that word.
That cold ocean.
Yeah. Pacific. You're being very Pacific with me.
Chris says, love the videos. Love the videos, though. Been watching your vlogs ever since you started posting vlogs on the Some City, their channel, years ago.
That's right.
Years, because it's capitalized.
Coming up on 7 years.
Holy moly.
6 years ago.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
6 years. A lot less wrinkles ago. I was a little young chap, a little young whippersnapper with khakis and a uniform shirt on.
No beard.
No beard. Clean shaven. Now I got a beard. A weird beard.
A weird beard. It's just the beard.
I like it. You know what it is about shaving your head? I'm going to tell you what it is about shaving your head. You'll probably hear this on the next podcast. It's my theory. You automatically jump like 5 years in age. Like, oh my God, you look like 5 years older. However, in 20 years, you don't move. You just stay there because it's the same haircut.
It kind of holds.
Yeah, it's just like, oh, he's been bald for a long time. So look at your friends that shave their head. You're like, oh my God, it looks so much older. But then when you get older with your gray hair and everything, they're going to look the same.
So they're looking at you now and they're like, God, he looks 45.
Yeah, I'm like,
then when you're 45, everybody else starts looking 50.
Yeah.
And it's like
it's
45
like
forever.
You do that, and it's like time capsule.
Okay.
Put myself in a time capsule, baby.
Cryogenically frozen. Freezes himself at night, so he stays the same age.
Let's talk about the conscious mind real quick. Look at that transition. But you were talking about, I was talking about time capsule. You said freezing, and then we were talking about the DNA recreating Nick.
Right.
What if? All right. What if you took your brain out with your head? Follow me, RoboCop style.
No,
we could relate it to.
I got
police,
somewhere that this can go.
Right?
Yeah.
Are you still you? You put it yourself in another body or something. Are you still you because you have your memories, you have everything?
So it pulls me to a show on Netflix that I watched, Altered Carbon. Good show. And they call it a stack. And it basically is like pulling an SD card out of a camera. Yeah. So say, you pull the SD card out with all your files and you throw it in a different camera and you can still kind of like look at them, or you throw it in your computer. It's still those files and stuff. So, like in the show, somebody with a lot of money might be able to replicate and create multiples. Yeah. And just have them there. They call them sleeves. That's what the body is. I shouldn't get into the whole show, but it's a cool show, super sci-fi, but very similar to what you're talking about. If you pull the person's stack out, you can put it into a new sleeve and just give it to them. So one guy takes, like, say, the stack that's in this body right there that looks like Nick, or that you're used to as Nick, puts it in mine, and then it looks like Justin, but it's acting like Nick. Yeah. So
wait a minute. What is that? The impression of me?
Yeah.
Let me see that again.
A little bit. You look like Nick. I don't know. The hairs. Yeah.
Everybody.
You look like one of those advertising inflatable things. But
everything must go. That's what they say. No.
Yeah.
Okay. Toyota of Hollywood.
Yeah. Today. But yeah. So that's what the show's about. So if you really want to end somebody, you gotta crush this stack, or in the show, like shoot the person where the stack is, and then they don't. So
that's about
anymore.
The show. But what if I was to take your brain,
my actual brain,
put it in another body? Is that Justin, or is that the other body with a new brain?
I think so. You're getting into some deep stuff, because then I'd be like, well, then does the soul carry with it? Who is me? I don't know.
Is this too deep for this
Way
show?
Too deep.
All right, let's talk about fart jokes, everybody.
Sorry, I covered the chat, so I have no clue if anybody's
Justin,
like, all right,
since you're a Tesla owner, what do you think of the Ford F-150 Lightning fully electric
truck?
Question. Great question, guys.
Great question.
My impression of Justin.
All right, so here we go. Great question. As a Tesla owner, I think it's awesome that other car companies are coming out with new electric vehicles, or electric vehicles to compete with Tesla, which is awesome. Tesla still has at least a few years of a head start with the fact that they have their charging network to make it easier. But as I see in Florida, the other charging networks are popping up everywhere. So in a couple years, would I love to get a Ford Lightning? hell yeah, because I'd like it to look like a Ford, but kind of act like a Tesla, have that same speed, that same takeoff.
Sounds like a country song. Look like a Ford,
drive
like a Tesla.
I'm sure Kane Brown or somebody could do something like that.
Oh,
But yeah, I mean, it looks awesome, and with the ideas or the stuff that they say they're going to do with it, with being able to be like a backup battery for your house. So, say for us in Florida, if you lose power due to a hurricane, and you pull, you have your truck lined up, you can run your house for a couple days on just your truck battery, which seems pretty cool. So they've added in some cool things, and then they've got the backing of Ford. But back to kind of what Tesla has. Tesla's been using their cars as an experiment since the inception. So they've been developing their software, getting it all set up. So Tesla's software is leaps and bounds above where Ford's is. On things like just understanding the weight of the vehicle, the road conditions, the weather and stuff, and being able to predict when you need to charge again. Ford is still working on their computer software to make that happen. So I think Ford still has a little bit of time until, like, say I want to grab it and move over from being a Tesla owner to a Ford. So I hope that answers.
And that's Justin's take on Tesla versus Ford F-150 Lightning.
Obviously, I put some thought into that question, Chris. That's not just like off the cuff. Like,
do you know this? Do you know Chris? And you text him on the side, like, hey,
no idea.
Tesla.
We didn't set that question up, but thanks for the question. And
I think Chris asked me a question.
He said, Chick-fil-A sandwich or Popeye's chicken sandwich?
Hey, now you're in my ballpark.
I can't answer that because I've never had the Popeyes one.
How about you sit this one out, brother?
I'll be over here sipping my whiskey.
So the way that the infrastructure is in in Chick-fil-A, I think they've been doing chicken. So Popeye's chicken.
Well, Chick-fil-A serves it faster. Sorry,
and nicer. I had better service. Chick-fil-A.
My pleasure.
No matter where I go in the Estados Unidos. Wow, Justin's teaching me Spanish.
You're practicing for our next guest.
Unidos, yes. I bought, because there was this big argument, Chick-fil-A, Popeyes. I went and got a Popeyes chicken sandwich. The chicken was about this big. It was like a big breast of breaded chicken, right? But equally, it had like a sponge full of grease when I bit it. Then the sandwich was the bread. And I literally just went to the window, got it. I was on patrol, actually. I went to the window, got it. Went to the next block, parked, and I was like, I'm going to try this chicken sandwich. Yeah. And it was like this big.
Yeah.
And I was like, grease squirted out of the burger.
Wow.
The bread was soggy. So it was garbage day. So I literally pulled up a little bit, like a little bit more.
Just reached out your window.
Opened up the window and threw the pound of grease chicken sponge sandwich into the trash. I was like, that was disgusting.
Yeah.
And then when I bit it, like pimples were like...
So it threw you back in age, and now you're 17.
Oh my God. I don't know what's going on with me. My hair's going, and then my oily skin's popping out.
So what would you say?
I think my hormones are off.
Beside that, would you say the Chick-fil-A sandwich? I guess from your description, I'm going to say you're going with
Chick-fil-A sandwich all day.
Yeah,
all day. Just have a better ratio of grease to chicken. The peanut oil in there.
Fried chicken.
Yeah.
The Popeyes one looks interesting to me because it looks crispier. It looks like it has a different breading or whatever, so like that kind of look cool, but I've yet to even try it, so perhaps I'll try it over the holidays. But yeah, right now it's just Chick-fil-A for me all day, every day.
Chick-fil-A, I don't know why it's so good.
Actually, we got in Sunrise, we got Huey Magoo's.
What's that?
Huey Magoo's. Actually, I think it's just Huey Magoo's, but I say it a little sillier. But that's awesome. If you haven't tried it, check it out.
Nick, I got one. Pascal. Hertig. Where are you from, Pascal? Pascal says, Nick, are you back in the social media unit? Well, yes, I am. I can't say where, but I am back in the social media unit.
Plug. Yeah. Don't forget to stay on the live because we will tell you how to get a hold of one of those hats.
Boom.
Like Nick is wearing. Chris also says, what's your take on having FDLE require jujitsu in the curriculum at the academy statewide? Is that
Freddie Trillo
right?
Is our jiu-jitsu
From episode number 1.
Episode 1 of Donut Shop Podcast. If you don't remember him, Freddie Trillo, he has the hands that look like they can kill you.
Yeah.
Or fix your car with no tools.
Lethal.
Just break apart your engine. He has man hands.
Yeah.
Very descriptive. Whatever.
But so Pascal's from Bern. Did we have maybe we've chatted about this? Because I've been to Bern before.
I don't know.
I went to Bern.
Well, it's like a sidetracked.
I met to the chief of police basically from Bern, Switzerland.
Oh yeah.
When I went into their station.
Really?
I think it was the chief. He has a lot of hockey jerseys inside of his office.
I tell people I'm the chief when they come to our station.
You're right. I do too.
Are you the chief? I'm like, yes, I am.
Yeah.
Well, good to meet you. Can we take a picture?
Yeah. And I'm like, come on a tour. It's a 25-cent tour.
So you got basically. They got you. So going back, Freddie Trillo, we're gonna have him back on season 2. He asked me, hey, when am I coming back on? I said, just put your hands down, sir. Put your hands down.
Back in your pockets.
Yeah, put your hands down. We're gonna have you back on. So he's gonna come back on the show. We'll talk about his killer hands, and then and his theory on having that. It is not a part of the curriculum. However, they are integrating it. They changed the way that defensive tactics are now in the FDLE curriculum.
Oh, so it has some more Brazilian jiu-jitsu, or has a little more jiu-jitsu influence versus some of just like you're going to stand up straight. Yeah. You're going to throw a straight punch at the assailant.
Yeah.
And they are going to comply and put their hands behind their back due to one punch to the face.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Oh, so that's too bad.
No, well,
that's how I learned how to be a police officer.
Get back.
Yeah.
You know, redirect.
It's like, stay back.
Yeah. Now you're in the Matrix. Go.
Yeah. This is what you. Yeah. This is how you learned how to be a police officer. And you're.
Yeah. It was rough. But anyways, they are integrating it in. So a lot of the moves now, and that is just because jiu-jitsu, if you know, it can be violent. It can be violent, but it's not as violent as like boxing.
Right.
So, and it looks prettier to the eye. However, you're in a lot of pain when you're in these.
Yes.
So to the eye, it just looks like somebody's holding you, but at the same time, they're wrenching up that your shoulder or something. Your shoulder's like, so it's a little bit more painful.
Mm-hmm.
So you get a little bit more compliance. So I don't have to punch you. Your adrenaline could be bumping, and I'm like, bah, 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 hitting you. You don't feel nothing, but that looks bad. So, but if I wrench your shoulder a little bit, you're like, oh, okay,
yeah,
a little bit more pain compliance, and I don't have to do too much. And then on top of that, you're controlling the person, learning how to move your body weight, put it on top of them and control, wait for your backups to get there, so you guys can take this person down together. So it makes more sense, and you learn how to fight from your back. So if you get sucker punched and you land on your back, you're not like, this is the end of the world, let me take my gun out because I'm about to die.
Right.
You're like, oh, I've been here before, game on, let's go, bring it. Who's gonna try to jump down on me? You know what I mean? So it makes sense. They are integrating some. I know in the police academy that I taught at, they did extra. So you got the curriculum this many hours, but they added hours to DT. And so if you had to do, and this is not the amount of hours, okay, don't quote me on this. Let's say you had to do 50 hours, they would do like 80 hours with 30 hours of being extra, like basically all about like jujitsu and learning those techniques so you can be proficient and go out there. So it's actually stuff that you can use. I had like 3 moves that I learned in the academy that actually worked.
In your academy?
Yeah, when I went through the academy, I have about 3 moves that were effective when I was dealing with somebody that was aggressive.
Right. Because there's the portion that they call like the come alone when we did the academy, and it's like, can you transport? Do you really walk up to somebody who doesn't want to go to jail or doesn't want to move with you, and you can grab their arm and get them in this?
Oh yeah,
Remember that one?
Yeah.
I like
bent wrist, the bent wrist transport.
It's a great one.
Yeah.
When you have your partner in the academy that's like, go ahead, just don't rip my arm out of the sleeve. Yeah. Oh, I'm coming. I've never met anybody on the streets that ever wanted to do that.
Yeah.
you know. So
how was your DT partner? They good? You remember them
in the academy?
Yeah. Did you break something?
Broke my wrist. Yeah.
So they sucked.
No, he was great. We were trying to take everything out on each other,
Oh,
and we were supposed to go at a 75 or at a 25, and we were going at like a 75. Big up to Chris, works for Fort Lauderdale. What's up, buddy?
So he broke your wrist.
Thanks for the wrist.
We're going to mute that part and just show you your body language. What are you doing there, buddy?
Sideways.
Is that a new technique?
Yeah.
So my partner, shout out to Eddie. We not at the same agency. We were good till it came time to test. Like so you learn all the moves with your DT partners. Me and Justin are DT partners. We're going to practice on each other for hours and hours and hours. And at the end of the block, you have to test and show if you're proficient and demonstrate that you learn the techniques. And then it's like kind of like American Idol. People sitting at the table like, oh, very good, very good. Okay, okay. And then yes, you're going to Hollywood. You're passing.
Yeah.
Like, so then you move on. So, but when it came down to testing, or like, hey, show us what you learned today, like the day wrap up. Like at the end of the day, you kind of like, all right, now that we practice, you two, Justin, Nick, get in the middle. You guys are going to show. So he would show out. And I knew he would always like, at the first time he caught me off guard, I'm like, oh, you're making me look dumb in front of my class and my peers here.
And the judges.
Yeah. And so, okay, so next time we're going to go. And then the next time was like gun retention. He tried to pull my gun out without me, like, if I'm not trying to make you look bad, I go for your gun. You're testing. I go for your gun. I give you a little resistance and I let you perform the moves that you're performing. He was going on trying to get my gun out. So I was like, oh, okay. So you want to make it real life? I'm going to punch you in the face. So I started punching him in the face and he's like, whoa. I'm like, hey man, you trying to make me look bad. Like, you want to make this real? I'm not going to I'm going to do what I have to do to make you stop. So I gave him a couple jabs. It wasn't bombs. Because I'm laying on the ground, but it was a couple like, of punches to the face. He looked away like, what are you doing? And I'm like, oh, don't go for my gun like that. And I get back up. You get up and get back and point. There you go.
Yeah.
So all of you guys that are going out to the academy or going to be in the academy, you want to give your partner some good training. But when it's test time or you're trying to make them look funny in front of your peers, don't expect them to lay down. I'm not going to lay down. You're going to get punched in your face.
Yeah, I mean, you're not going 100%. You're not fighting a real full level, but just be aware that if you're, 75% coming from my gun, I'm going to 75% punch you in the face. So,
man.
It's good stuff. That was so long ago.
All right. So
I'm buffering.
Well, I got a couple here. Justin, we texted on Insta about that.
That's what I thought. I thought I recognized the Pascal.
So
Anthony says, hi, Nick.
What up, Ant? Ant from last podcast, last stream. Sub Sunday, guys. Sub Sunday, we're going to be giving away a hat. Stand by. Justin's going to come up with the hoops you got to jump through to get this hat. Chris said,
flaming hoops.
Chris Estrada says, what is your take on using red dots on your sidearm on duty? And I say, why not?
Yeah.
Why not? If you can make an officer shoot more proficient and have less chance of an accidental like an accidental shooting, where if Justin is my threat and I'm not proficient at shooting, okay, and I take out my iron sights and I shoot and I hit somebody that is by him, behind him, or whatever, why not give that officer the best ability to perform their job proficiently? And if you have to shoot your gun, you want to be accurate with it. Not only for your sake, but for everybody's sake that's either in a car with the person or standing behind them, because if you have the time to set up to take a shot, right? You're looking at what lies beyond that target. Okay, so I want to know who's behind that target if I have the time to set up the shot. Okay, and that being like either a hostage situation or something where they're pointing a gun and the victim has cover, whatever situation where it's not like I don't have to take the shot right now, but I'm gonna have to take a shot, otherwise people are gonna die. Well, you want to set up the best possible shot that you can take. Okay, so you move over, right? You move. If the people are behind you that way, I'll move to an angle where I shoot this way and no one's over there, right? So if I let's say I don't have the time and there's people behind you, right? And now I have to perform my duties and I have to neutralize this threat. Why not have a red dot on there where I know where at least, if your red
So you're
dot
saying, are you calling are you saying red dot laser or red dot aperture?
No, aperture, the sight.
Okay,
the red dot sight on top of your
It
gun.
sounded like you were describing like a laser.
No, he's talking about a sight. So why not have that on there? Oh, well, no, laser. Why not even a laser? The best ability. We can get bumpers like in bowling. Why not a bumper that extends to your target?
Yeah.
Whatever makes it the best opportunity for you to not hit anything that lies beyond your target.
Because everybody's human and not everybody can train as much as, say, a SWAT operator or something like that. But there's even opportunities where, sorry, don't get mad at me, a SWAT operator might not shoot the best
for whatever reason.
Perfect. So
maybe they got hit or something happened. They got blood in their eye, and it's hard to pick up the front sights, or the front sights have issue or whatever. Maybe who knows? But
right, so
why not have the best opportunity, the best chance?
Marco brings up what argument would a department have against red dots? And so Chris responded in the chat. I'm just going to narrate it for anybody just watching on video or watching later. Some departments don't like red dots because it looks too tactical or aggressive when departments are trying to become more friendly or traditional, community friendly, that kind of stuff. And I get that. And that's, those are sometimes the same departments that argue against, tack vests or a variation of a vest that has, like, say, Molly on there, where you can put magazines,
not the drug,
tasers,
the loops,
MOLLE or PALs, depending on the brand. But, and that is correct. Some departments do think that is a little more tactical. And then another thing that happens is you get an older, saltier training guy that consults, because most chiefs are consulted by, in their minds, the experts, the training officers,
the guy who knows,
that come forward and say, we don't believe that red dots, or we do believe that red dots. So sometimes if you tend to get a younger training corps, they might be like, let's try this, let's get into this. Whereas if you have like an older, they're like iron sights all the way, so it really just kind of depends for the department what that training group is pushing. And so sometimes they may be a little more progressive and sometimes they may be a little more old school. So that's another reason why I think some of these departments don't go to red dots. And the other thing would be funding. It costs money to change out things. So say if you're doing Glocks and you get a certain type of Glock, you don't want to drop that extra $50, $90, $100 to drop a certain type of sight. Or if you have a large department, do you have to retroactively change everybody's guns? So there's a lot of things that go into it for sure. That
and then you have to train. You can't just put it on there. You have to get certified to carry these red dots.
Part of the reason why I don't do it on my personal guns, because I'm so experienced. I'm not going to say proficient, but experienced with my current normal sighting system because of work, that I don't really want to change it just yet. I'm apprehensive to change it, and to be honest, and so I'm not throwing a red dot. It looks cool, it looks tactical. I can take awesome pictures for Instagram with it, but
in a perfect world, red dot is amazing. But then you think about if there's batteries. You have to change the batteries, and officers are just like, I got 1,000 things. I don't know how to change this battery. I got so many. I got to do off duties, all this other stuff. To change the batteries, the maintenance. You got to zero it in because sometimes the sight might not be. Over time, when I was doing qualifications, people have like rifles in their bags and they carry it around. Then they bring them out over. They haven't used them in months, and then you have to zero in their red dots again because the red dot, for some reason, one way or another, maybe moved on the rail slid back and forth, loosened up with the bumps in the back of the car.
Or the dial got
so you have to go and you have to re-zero the rifles in. So I'm essentially, it would probably be the same thing with the sidearms. But in a perfect world, you want to give that officer the best opportunity to perform their job proficiently and take care of business the right way without any accidents happening or shooting off target or whatever.
So whatever makes it the easiest to accomplish the goal, which would be to stop the threat.
We got away from we still do it, but we're now incorporating, and I say I'd say law enforcement is now incorporating not so much of precision, like in between. Because realistically, those you're not going to take a small percent of those shots where you have the opportunity to line up and take the shot.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of times people are caught off guard, so they got to come from the hip and draw from the hip. So
totally.
we learned, hip shooting to presenting, and you're shooting all the way through, pum, 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 pum. So if you can walk them up maybe from the torso up, those are all good hits. So we're not concerned about the little peanut. We're not concerned about these little hits. I mean, if you hit them in the shoulder, still you got hit in the shoulder.
Yeah.
The goal is to neutralize the threat before you become a victim.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? So that's we kind of got to we've done hip shooting, always done hip shooting.
Yeah.
But it's the transition from hip and then, okay, hip shooting. Okay. And then now reset and shoot here, low ready. But that transitioning from hip continuation out to punching out.
Yeah.
And then being on target that way. But trying to get every round to count on your way up. That's the quickest way. You want to be quick. Yeah. You want to hit the target, but you also want to be quick.
Yeah.
Smooth is slow is fast.
Oh, I should have worn it. I got that in a shirt. Yeah. I got a t-shirt.
You know what they say now? Like somebody, like that was a thing for a while. And now they're like, no, slow is slow.
Damn it. I just got that shirt the other day.
Slow is fast. Smooth is fast. Yeah, smooth is fast.
Just get it
slow
done.
Is fast, whatever. Yeah.
Just get it done.
Anyways,
what else we got? Mike Saavedra is
took us down the red dot.
Mike Saavedra is looking at you.
What up?
Just looking at you.
Are we getting ready for this hat giveaway? It's been 41 minutes in the live feed. Are we getting ready for this hat?
DW says, hey guys, for your next series, could you go to give us in YouTube? So evidently not a other social media type person, a chance to put in some questions like you do for Instagram.
This is it. So guys, next.
Well, when you have like a guest or whatever, but yeah, this is it for for this guest. But like in the future, we'll put it in like maybe the community section. We'll drop hey,
I like it.
Throw me some questions.
I like.
We just don't get a lot of participation in that community section.
Yeah. So yeah, Instagram short like post like we were discussing in the beginning of this live feed. YouTube's long format, so people tend to tune into longer stuff. They're not really there for community, like little posts, like a picture or something. However, we'll do it so you give you guys an opportunity. But YouTube algorithms, for one reason or another, are not going to show it to you. Now, if you're on Instagram, that's all there is. So we like to post that stuff on Instagram. If you don't have Instagram, you can. It's okay. We'll stay in 2006, and we will put it. We'll put something up on YouTube for you. But we want to also do Sub Sunday. So maybe we go live. Not maybe this long, but maybe 30 minutes. Go live. Okay.
Yeah.
And then you guys will get a chance to ask the question to the guest that's coming on, and they'll kind of give us a warm up. Plus, we can talk about the guest that's coming on. They'll be up in the next couple weeks. This next guest for you guys, I'm going to give them an opportunity before we do the hat giveaway. Let me show them the hat.
Hat drop coming up soon. We'll tell you how to get this hat. It's going to be like a little. It's going to be a little drawing.
Yeah. So next guest coming up is my wife. Yeah, my wife is an interesting character. Not only is she my wife, but she
chose to marry you.
Yeah. So
she's got to screw her too.
Blessings to her. She is the wife of an officer, number one. So if you guys are looking to become police officers and maybe have a girlfriend or a wife, they want to know what's going on. She's good. It's good to talk about that stuff. Like, hey, what is it like when he does shift or whatever? Mm-hmm. But more than that, she's also from the island, not the island boys.
Not that island.
Actually, the island boys. I'm an island boy.
Is that where they're from?
They're from Cuba.
Cuba.
She's from Cuba. No relation. But she does have tattoos all over her face. No,
or is that just Sharpie that you drew on her face last night after she was drunk?
Yeah. No, she is from Cuba, and she has an interesting story, kind of like Plot, but I watched the news with her. And she talks about like what the news talks about, and then she will say, "No, this is the real deal." So like when
you're saying with the protests that recently happened a few months ago, and are still kind of going on, on the island,
but not in the news. She's gonna be on. She'll be talking a little bit about that, a little bit about what it's like to be the wife of a police officer, and then we're just gonna kind of chop it up, talk a little bit, and then if you guys have any questions for her, you can put it down now. Put it down in the comments, and I'll ask her the questions on one of the segments because we're going to record in about 10 minutes here. We're going to be recording.
She's doing her makeup right now, I think.
Yeah.
For the last 40 minutes.
Yeah. She's an island girl.
Go play in the garage, boys.
She's trying to make it. You didn't watch those guys? You never see Island Boy?
No, it's my phone's been on mute anytime I've talked about that with people or anything. We've
will-
looked it
I will-
up. I've shown people the Beavis and Butthead pictures of the two guys, but I have no clue.
I will punch you right now.
Stay right here behind the
Island Boys. These two cats from Miami.
Right. The ones like sitting in the pool or the hot tub.
Yeah, bro. But they're making cheddar. They're on that. What's it called?
Them. They're not getting it from me.
Cameo. Is it Cameo?
I don't know. Is that a social media?
Okay, so essentially a washed up B-list like persona.
Yeah.
Or let's just say Island Boys. Oh, we lost.
What's that mean?
Can you guys see us? We lost it. We lost the stream. I think I hit the cord. No, I can't. Can you hear us? Can you hear us?
Can you listen? Oh no, we need to tell them how to win a hat.
It says Lumix.
Yeah, Lumix, because that's the webcam he's using. Oh,
back.
It says memory card.
No memory card. That's okay.
Still working on it. Still working on it. I'll sit here and talk.
All right, you talk.
And these are some things. These are things that happen when you go live and you're not video producers or music producers. You're police officers by trade, and you truly don't know what you're doing, and you just try to watch some YouTube videos to learn about.
You're just trying to make it.
Get back to work. I'm just over here shooting the ish. We're one viewer down. We were at 11. We're back to 10. So 10 lucky souls may get an opportunity to win the hat. I might as well talk about it while you get on it, because they know what the hat looks like. Yeah. So this hat, go over to the most recent. Don't go now. You can go when we're done. Go over to the most recent.
Everyone's gonna drop the stream.
Yeah, drop the stream. Freddie Ponce video, the one on YouTube that we posted, the most recent podcast episode with Freddie Ponce from season 2, and just comment in the comment section. Just say in, and like later this evening, we'll do a little drawing, and then we'll hit up the winner and mail you out a hat and maybe something else.
Yeah, we can't. Is this it? Lumix, it's done. I can't get back to it. So what we're gonna have to do is, you heard it. That's how it's gonna happen. Leave some comments on the video so we can ask my wife some questions from the viewers. With that being said, sorry guys, this turned into an audio podcast real quick. We'll see you next Sub Sunday, which will probably be in like 2 weeks. All right, Lumix down.
Yeah, go to the Freddie Ponce video, say in, and then we'll count them up, number you, draw it.
Go get a hat.
Later.